I ain't been anywhere, man. I ain't been anywhere. Ever since this virus scare, man, I ain't been anywhere. Buddy just sit in my chair, man, breathing country air. I know I ain't been anywhere, but kind of confused at where I'm at. That says I'm in Florida. Oh, we'll look for some clues. Let's see. There ought to be something. It'll give me a clue where. Well, I guess I just pick a state. Well, maybe the car will have an idea. Another Florida? No? Well, maybe. Let me do some research here. Let's see. Here's a map. That looks like a map of Alabama. No, that's Mississippi. That'd be alright. That would explain a few things. What's this? I don't know what that is. I don't recognize it. Anyway, maybe I've got some more clues. Let's see. Am I in Louisiana? Oh, that sounds about right. Am I in Tennessee? Well, that's getting about right. Of course, there's Missouri. I've seen that before. That sounds familiar. Oh. Could it be Oklahoma? I don't know. Or I could be in Ouachita. Ouachita. Huh. Well, this might be it. No, that don't sound right. Another vote for Tennessee. Here's one for the great state of Texas. Let's see here. I could be in Mena. They used to say I was pretty Mena. I resemble that remark. What is up here? Check the rest of my... let's see, Oklahoma and Michigan. Well, I guess we can haul off and check them all there. Check them all. It's got everybody in it. Includes the Walmart and Sam's Club directory. That's a map of Illinois because it's like Abraham's beard. I don't know, this is gonna... I have no idea. Oh! I think I've got a clue now. I think I'm in Arkansas. Land of opportunity. Woohoo! Yeah. So I'm happy now. At least I know where I'm at. People always tell me where to go, but you can't go there if you're already there. And everywhere I've been, that's where I was. So, I'll tell you about what's happening on the 51. I sucked all the front off of it, which is just a generator and a fan. It's kind of weird how they fit on there. And the distributor cover, all the bolts are sticking out loosely. I mean, they're loose all the way around. So now what happened there? And why were they loose? A mystery, they said. And there's one water pump. And there's 2 water pumps, which I'll have to get. And carburetor and everything is just about like it was. I fixed it's got a vacuum advance line on it, metal line, and it was loose and sucking air. So I fixed it. Done that last night. Hallelujah. And I'll show you the brakes. It took me 3 tries, 3 different evenings. Of course, I peter out after about 30 minutes. But anyway, it don't matter as long as you keep at it. Getting the drum off because it was hung around the axle flange here. It's hung around that. And it's got good brake shoes on it. You know, thick. Not really thick, but thick. And I'm going to put me some wheel cylinders on it. And that in there, I don't know if you can see it. The vent tube to the residential was stopped up, causing it to leak out the front pinion. They'll build up pressure if they ain't vented, all them churning gears. And I'll have to address that. And if you got a pumpkin, they call them little center sections everything from a pig to a pumpkin to, you know, whatever. You can back off all the nuts off of it and prise it loose, not all the way out. Keep the nuts on it, or at least some of the nuts. Back it out. Of course, clean it up real good before you do that, before you break it loose. And back it out, and you can run a twine around the whole smear against the studs on the housing. You run a twine around it about 3 or 4 or 5 times, and then you can put your little glue or silicone or whatever on it, and then tighten all your nuts up, and that twine will intertwine and make a better gasket than what you could make if you took it all apart and made a paper gasket. Now, I learned that in Riyadh, Saudi Arabia, working on big tank retrievers and stuff. You didn't want to lift all their stuff out because it took a machine, another vehicle, to pull that all out, but you can climb under it and dig the sand out. You can do it yourself and fix the leak and then make the vent better. Okay, I've emptied the trunk out kinda and stuck some more stuff back in it. This has been cut with a torch, I think. So I'm gonna have to find me one of them. And some more stuff that's missing. There's some more brake shoes. But they're too small for the back. And you can tell that the brake shoes are no wider, no thicker than what's on it. So I'm calling them ones that's on it good. I'll take the other side apart to make sure. But I got some wheel cylinders going, or coming, and a master cylinder, which is, if you ever put a master cylinder on one of these things, they're tough. because they got all the clutch linkage and stuff that goes through it. And I found these, a pair of these Auffelhausers, and I've been cleaning them up a little bit, but these are for a year before this engine. So I can use them, but I got to put a different engine in it. And this has got, it's easy to tell if you can't count all them lug bolts or head bolts, because for me it's hard to count them head bolts, because there's bolts that are head bolts and then bolts that stuff bolt on, and then they all get mixed up, and then it's all just a big mess. But that water outlet is here on the end, and there's a thermostat in there, believe it or no. And this one here is the older head, and the water outlet is in the center. And the thermostat goes in a tube in the hose itself, far as I can tell. And these are kind of a little higher compression, and they're kind of valuable. I don't know. If you can't use them, I can't use them unless I get it in another engine. And been cleaning that up. Got my door glasses tucked out. This is the one good one. I thought it was good, but you can see this here. Oh, there we go. This here is a crake. So this crake will not last very long. But I'll take her to the glass company and they can measure and cut me 2 of them. Now I don't know if risking my life on this virus stuff is worth getting these cut or not, or how much danger there is. You just don't know. That's what something that's silent and hard to see. It's hard to identify the threat or when you're in danger. So it's a hard thing to understand. But, and I got 2 windshield halves for this, another one for there, and another one for there. And well, my best buddy, the Swamp King, he sent me a new rubber for the windshield. Now, it's just a surprise. He didn't have to do it. He just sent it. And they are expensive. They're almost $200 for that little bit of rubber. Here's my windshield glasses. They need to be prescription for me, but we'll see about that. So he hauled off and ordered me a windshield rubber. And it's the right one too. One with the chrome trim that goes in it, which are different than ones without a chrome trim. They got another notch in them. And I put these in on Crosley's, which is half this size. And I haven't broke one or nothing. I put it in there. Mary Ann helped me one. But, man, this one may be tougher than Hogan's goat here. But I got nobody else to, unless I take it to a glass company, and it ain't exactly roadworthy yet. But if that's the most of my worries, by golly, I'm super blessed. I'm super blessed anyway. By Yuns, and of course the good Lord sent you to me, and it's just a weird, wonderful thing. I put these little skinny things on just for the heck of it to sneeze. Pardon me. I'm allergic to work. Just to see what they look like. And they look like that. I think this is supposed to be chrome. I hope I can find chrome ones. I don't know. But that won't help it a bit running down the road. That's what's next. Get some brakes on it and see if the engine's going to get hot or cool or what. And that's where I'm sitting at on that. Oi, oi, oi. Uh, Gee whiz. I think that's it. I think that is it. That will do. I didn't have a creeper in here, so I put all these bubbles down. And I have to waller around anyway. And use that to lay on. Use that to lay on and sit on. But I got a creeper in here now. And they're hard to get up off of when you're like me. So I've been watching all your videos, well, some of your videos. I sleep 9 times out of 10 and watch the Shut Your Face boys and girls. Watched them work on their flathead. And they've also, and Mikey gave me some good advice, and y'all have. And I really treasure what you tell me because it helps me a long way. That way the only mistakes I make is ones that I make out of my own ignorance and stuff. But that's how it is. I think that's it. We've had rain the last 5 nights and days, and all the animals have started to pair up. And yeah, here's the old boy. And everything's been wet. Me and Marianne's by herself. Her little daughter and my daughter-in-law, half daughter. Anyway, she left and took the little boy with her, which is good and sad at the same time. And we've been rejoicing and thinking about that. So that's all I know. Literally all I know. So I want y'all to stay in and stay safe. Drink your orange juice. Take your super energy pills. That's for you, underdog. And I think that's about it. What's got me lethargic, I'll tell you something anyway. I always have to tell you something. Is they put me on some kind of a pill to calm me down or to knock me down, and even a blood pressure pill because these varices busted and I nearly bled out. So they got me running on low, which is why this stuff is just sitting here and I can't make, or I don't feel like making lots of videos, is because it slows you down. It gets in your mind or in your body or something, and all you want to do is sleep. But they mean well, I guess. At least they're selling medicine. And that's why I'm so lethargic and slow at everything, and I haven't made 15 videos like I wanted to. But I'm making this by gosh, so something's happening. And, I love you, and I care about you. So, and I don't want to hear any of y'all getting sick. I counted back. I think I've been doing this a dozen years or more. And I've counted back, and I've lost a person per nearly every year. I lost good people, wonderful people. And it hurts. You're part of the family, all of you. And I don't want to lose anybody else. So let's make it safe, and we'll deal with this stuff as it comes by, because they're changing everything again. I don't know who to believe, but I do believe, I know for a fact that it's deadly. It's a life and death thing. And it's happened, not here, but in town. The times that we had to go in town, the ambulances, and things are going all over the place. And we're supposedly one of the best states to not have a bunch of that pandemic stuff. So our numbers are down quite a bit compared to most states. And when that's still happening, it's bad. I can't imagine it being that bad in the big cities. Or worse in the big cities, because it's kind of scary. I ain't gonna lie. I'm just tearing some of the junk off this hood. But anyway, we got the good Lord upstairs, so there's no amount of medicine that can beat what he can do. There, that's what I'm doing. It's not my underwear. Supposedly. Okay, I love y'all, and take care of yourself. And pet the hair off your dogs, and pull the hair off your cats, and do everything you can inside. Make a frozen pizza, or like I just did, made a big, what I call a steer, and Marianne calls it a saucepan. I made a big steer full of beanie weenies. Put a whole package of weenies in 2 cans of Van Camp's pork and beans, and I got that to eat. And of course, it's a good thing we got separate bedrooms. And usually the dogs and cats sleep with me, but I don't think they'll sleep with me tonight unless they start covering me up. Okay, all right, I'm gonna let go. Bye, y'all. It's the same camera. Excuse me. Power.